What's up, football fans? Season's almost here, and today the AFCA Preseason Coaches Poll was released just hours ago, and I got it fresh off the presses, right in my hands right here. All right, so the Coaches Poll is released today. The AP Preseason Poll will be released next Monday, so be on the watch for that. But for now, this is the 2022 AFCA Preseason Coaches Poll. Alright, starting at number 1 with 54 first place votes, 1,634 points, and a 13-2 record from 2021 is the Alabama Crimson Tide. They were ranked second in the final Coaches Poll of 2021. They'll open the season against Utah State. That's the Utah State Aggies on Saturday, September 3rd. You can catch that game at 7:30 Eastern on ESPNU. Coming in at number 2 with an 11-2 record, 5 first place votes, and 1,564 points, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Previously ranked 6th in the Coaches Poll. They've got a big game to kick things off here in 2022 as they will host the Notre Dame Fighting Irish Saturday night from the Horseshoe, September 3rd at 7:30 on ABC. And we'll tell you where Notre Dame ended up in these rankings in just a moment. Sorry about that. That was my phone on blast there. In at number 3. Finishing 14-1 last year, and the number 1 team in the country with 6 first place votes. Your reigning defending national champs, the Georgia Bulldogs, 1,542 points. They will kick off the season against the Oregon Ducks in a game being played at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. That will be aired on ABC on September 3rd at 3:30. Coming in at 4, finishing 10-3 last year and 14th in the last Coaches Poll of 2021 with 1,356 points are the Clemson Tigers. They open up the season at Georgia Tech, and this game will actually wrap week 1 of the season on Labor Day, Monday, September 5th, 8 Eastern on ESPN. Sitting at number 5 with 1,284 points, 11-2 record from last year, finishing 8th in the final Coaches Poll is the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. They're traveling over to Columbus to face the second-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes Saturday, September 3rd at 7:30 on ABC. Coming in at 6 with a record of 12-2 and 1,232 points, finishing 3rd in the final Coaches Poll of 2021, the reigning Big Ten champion Michigan Wolverines, who will open the season up against the Colorado State Rams Saturday, September 3rd at noon on ABC. And all times I'm listing are Eastern Time, just so there's no confusion. Number 7 with an 8-4 record and 1,219 points, the Texas A&M Aggies. They open up the season at home against Sam Houston State Saturday, September 3rd, 12 noon Eastern on the SEC Network. At number 8, finishing 10-4 last year and number 12 in the final Coaches Poll of 2021 with 1,134 points, the Utah Utes. They start the season in the Swamp in Gainesville against the Florida Gators. Saturday, September 3rd, 7 p.m. on ESPN. At 9, finishing 11-2, number 10 in the final Coaches Poll of 2021, With 1,027 points, the Oklahoma Sooners. They kick off the season in Norman against the Miners of Texas El Paso, Saturday, September 3rd at 3:30 on Fox. Rounding out the top 10 with a 12-2 record, finishing 5th in last year's final coaches poll with 891 points, are the Baylor Bears. Their season opener is against the Great Danes of the University of Albany. That's Saturday, September 3rd at 7 on the Big 12 Network and on ESPN+. Coming in at number 11, also with a 12-2 record, finishing 7th in last year's final coaches poll with 859 points, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. They will face the Central Michigan Chippewas in Stillwater on Thursday, September 1st at 7 Eastern on FS1. Taking the number 12 spot with a 10-4 record and finishing 22nd in last year's final coaches poll at 734 points, the Oregon Ducks. They got a tough matchup with the reigning national champs, the Georgia Bulldogs, playing in Atlanta, September 3rd at 3:30 on ABC. Coming in at number 13 with a 9-3 record, finishing 20th in last year's final coaches poll with 726 points, the NC State Wolfpack. They're staying in state, traveling to East Carolina, Saturday, September 3rd at 12 noon on ESPN. At 14, with an 11-2 record, finishing 9th in last year's final coaches poll with 711 points, the Michigan State Spartans. They'll open the season up against in-state rival Western Michigan, if you can call them a rival. That's on Friday night, September 2nd at 7 Eastern on ESPN. At 15, with a 4-8 record and 602 points, the mighty men of Troy, the USC Trojans. They will play host to the Rice Owls on Saturday, September 3rd, 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific on the Pac-12 Network. Coming in at number 16 with an 11-3 record, finishing 13th in last year's final coaches poll with 450 points, the Pittsburgh Panthers. They will face off with their old rivals, the West Virginia Mountaineers, in a game known back in the day as the Backyard Brawl. This is on Thursday, September 1st at 7 Eastern on ESPN. At number 17, finishing 7-5 last season and with 433 points in this year's preseason poll, the Miami Hurricanes. Their season opener is at home against Bethune-Cookman, Saturday, September 3rd at 3:30 on the ACC network. And at number 18, finishing 5-7 with 383 points and shockingly one first place vote. I wonder who gave that first place vote to this team. The Texas Longhorns. They'll open the season up in Austin against Louisiana Monroe on Saturday, September 3rd, 8 Eastern on the Longhorn Network. At number 19 is the team that finished 15th in last year's final coaches poll with an 11-3 record and 381 points, the Demon Deacons of Wake Forest. They open up the season at home against VMI, which is Virginia Military Institute. That game is on Thursday, September 1st at 7:30 on the ACC network. Taking the number 20 spot with a 9-4 record and 369 points, the Wisconsin Badgers. They open up the season at Camp Randall against Illinois State. Saturday, September 3rd at 7 Eastern on Fox Sports 1. Or should I say FS1. At number 21 with a 10-3 record, finishing 18th in last year's final coaches poll with 353 points, the Kentucky Wildcats. They opened the season up against the Red Hawks of Miami of Ohio. Saturday, September 3rd at 7 p.m. on SEC Network and ESPN+. All right, number 22. This team finished 4th in last year's final coaches poll. 13-1 record and 339 points. That's the Cincinnati Bearcats. And at 23, this team finished 21st in the final coaches poll of 2021 with 334 points and a 9-4 record, the Arkansas Razorbacks. These two teams will square off in Fayetteville on Saturday, September 3rd at 3:30 on ESPN. At number 24, finishing 11th in last year's final coaches poll with a 10-3 record and with 327 points, the last of the 6 SEC representatives in this preseason coaches poll, the Ole Miss Runnin' Rebels. They open the season against Troy. Saturday, September 3rd, 4 p.m. Eastern on the SEC network. And at number 25, finishing 17th in last year's final coaches poll with a 12-2 record and 257 points, the Houston Cougars. They'll make the trek down Interstate 10 to the Alamo City to face the Roadrunners of the University of Texas at 3:30 East on CS Sports Network. So those are the teams that got into preseason coaches poll. Here are the teams not get in. Otherwise known as the others receiving votes category. And you can make a strong case for the first 3 teams on this list. Iowa has 248 points, so they just missed. As did the Penn State Nittany Lions with 246 points. Next, the Tennessee Volunteers with 163. The BYU Cougars at 152. The LSU Tigers at 143. The Auburn Tigers at 98. The UCF Golden Knights 55. The North Carolina Tar Heels with 34 points. San Diego State Aztecs with 25. Fresno State Bulldogs 21. Mississippi State Bulldogs 19. Florida Gators 17. Utah State Aggies 12. Air Force Academy Falcons with 12. UCLA Bruins 10. Boise State Broncos 10. Appalachian State Mountaineers 10. Minnesota Golden Goals 6. South Carolina Gamecocks 5. Kansas State Wildcats 4. Iowa State Cyclones 3. Army West Cadets 3. The Lafayette Raging Cajuns with 2. SMU Mustangs with 2. Boilermakers 2. Oregon State with 2. I don't know why I wrote Oregon down. They made the list. They made the poll. If I got Oregon, it says they have 2 points. DeShonta clears of Coastal Carolina with 2 points. The aforementioned UTSA Roadrunners, as well as the Louisville Cardinals and Florida State Seminoles, getting 1 point. And that is the preseason AFCA top 25 college poll, as we are T-minus 19 days from the start to college football season. There's going to be plenty of football this season. Because next week, we'll unveil the AP preseason poll. And in the coming making my NFL predictions, give you my preseason power rank. And all, it's going to be a pretty big season on the for football, as I look to go through the entire season and not just half of it or a quarter of it. We're going the whole way here, folks. So again, my weekly NFL recap, known as the week that was, that'll take place on either Tuesday night or on Wednesday morning. I will be making my picks for the upcoming weeks in the NFL on Wednesday or Thursday. And then we will keep tabs on the AP poll. I just wanted to get that coaches poll out to you as quickly as possible. But we will be eyeing the AP poll the entire season. So that's the poll of record here. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Ring the bell twice every time I post a new vid. Football is back, and man, I can't wait to watch. Big Al signing off. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the pigskin. Peace out.